Welcome, I'm Miguel. Ever walked into a room and forgot why you were there? Or spent 5 minutes searching for your glasses only to find them on your head? If you're nodding along, you're not alone. As we hit 60 and beyond, memory can feel like an old friend who's getting a bit unreliable. But here's the thing, it's not gone, it's just changing. Want more insights on health and Stoicism? Subscribe to Stoic Health now and stick with me. Let's start with a simple truth. Memory isn't a vault that locks everything away forever. Think of it more like a garden. Over time, some plants fade, others grow stronger, and it takes a little care to keep it thriving. Science backs this up. Studies show that as we age, the brain's processing speed slows down a bit, and it's normal to take longer to recall names or dates. But here's the good news. This doesn't mean your mind is fading, it's adapting. Take Donna Maria, a 68-year-old from Sao Paulo I heard about. She used to panic when she forgot where she parked her car. Then she learned it wasn't about losing her memory, it was about stress and distraction. Researchers from the University of California found that anxiety can clog up our mental bandwidth, making it harder to focus. So Donna Maria started a little trick. Every time she parked, she'd pause, take a deep breath and say out loud, "My car's by the big tree." It worked. Small habits like that can anchor your mind in the moment. Now let's borrow from the Stoics here. Seneca, that wise Roman philosopher, once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Worrying about forgetting something often makes it worse. Ever noticed how the harder you try to remember a word, the farther it slips away? That's your brain saying, "Relax, I've got this." The first step to an iron memory isn't forcing it, it's understanding it. Here's a practical tip to try today. Next time you misplace your keys, don't rush around in a panic. Stop, sit for a second and retrace your steps in your head. 9 times out of 10, you'll picture exactly where they are. It's not magic. It's your brain doing what it's built to do when you give it space. So what's one thing you've been forgetting lately? A name, an appointment? Jot it down somewhere visible, like a sticky note on the fridge, and see how much lighter your mind feels when it's not juggling everything at once. Memory doesn't vanish after 60. It shifts. It's less about losing it and more about learning how it works now. With a little patience and a few tricks, you can keep it sharp. And that's just the beginning. Ready for more? Let's talk about what fuels that brilliant brain of yours in the next part. Because a strong memory isn't just about habits, it's also about what you put on your plate. Let's head to the kitchen next. Picture this. Your brain's like an old car you've been driving for decades. It still runs beautifully, but it needs the right fuel to keep purring along. After 60, what you eat isn't just about filling your stomach, it's about powering your memory. So, what's on your plate today? Let's find out how it can sharpen your mind. You've probably heard that fish is brain food, and there's truth to that. Salmon, sardines, or even good old-fashioned canned tuna are packed with omega-3 fatty acids. Studies, like one from Harvard, show these fats help protect brain cells and keep your memory humming. But don't worry if fish isn't your thing. Walnuts, chia seeds, or a handful of almonds can do the trick too. The key, healthy fats keep the engine running smooth. Then there's the color on your plate. Think of berries, blueberries, strawberries, or whatever's fresh at the market. They're loaded with antioxidants, which fight off the rust that time tries to put on your brain. A study in the Annals of Neurology found that older adults who ate more berries had slower memory decline. Just a cup a week could make a difference. Now let's talk about something closer to home for many of us, coffee. That morning ritual isn't just a habit, it's a memory booster. Caffeine in moderation perks up your focus, and the antioxidants in coffee might even shield your brain long-term. Pair it with a piece of dark chocolate, 70% cocoa or higher, and you've got a duo that's both tasty and smart. Here's a story. João, a 72-year-old retired teacher, used to feel foggy every afternoon. He swapped his heavy lunches for a lighter plate, some grilled fish, a handful of nuts, and a small coffee. Within weeks, he was recalling his old lesson plans like it was yesterday. Small swaps, big wins, a Stoic twist. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. You can't stop time, but you can choose what fuels you." Try this. Next meal, add one brain-friendly food, maybe a few berries or a sprinkle of seeds. Notice how your head feels after a few days. What's one food you already love that could double as brain fuel? Your brain thrives on the right nourishment, healthy fats, colorful fruits, even a little coffee. It's not about fancy diets. It's about simple choices that add up. Feed your mind well, and it'll repay you with clarity. But food's just one piece of the puzzle. What if you could train your brain like a muscle? That's where we're headed next. Ever thought of your brain as a muscle? Just like your legs get stronger with a daily walk, your mind sharpens with a little workout. After 60, it's not about cramming facts. It's about keeping the gears turning. So how do you flex your mental muscles without a gym membership? Let's explore some tricks that fit right into your day. First off, let's bust a myth. You don't need to be a crossword wizard to keep your brain in shape. Simple habits work wonders. Take numbers, for instance. Next time you're at the store, try adding up your grocery bill in your head before the cashier does. It's a small challenge, but it fires up those neurons. Studies from the University of Oxford show that basic mental math keeps your memory and focus on point. Or how about a game from the past? Remember playing cards with friends or family? A round of bridge, poker, or even solitaire isn't just fun, it's a workout. Research in The Lancet found that older adults who played cards regularly had better recall than those who didn't. It's like a social gym for your brain. No cards handy? Pick up a book and read a page out loud. Hearing the words doubles the engagement. Here's a real example. Anna, a 65-year-old from Rio, started doing word puzzles every morning with her coffee. Nothing fancy, just a few minutes filling in blanks. A month later, she noticed she wasn't fumbling for names as much. It's not about being perfect, it's about showing up. Now, a Stoic nugget. Epictetus taught us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Can't solve that puzzle? Forgot a rule in the game? That's fine. The effort itself builds resilience, and that's what keeps your mind tough. Try this today. Spend 5 minutes on something new, maybe a riddle, or counting backward from 100 by sevens. Feel that stretch? That's your brain growing. What's one thing you used to enjoy, cards, puzzles, even singing an old song, that you could bring back? Dust it off and give it a go. Your memory will thank you. Your mind loves a challenge, and it doesn't need to be complicated. A quick math game, a hand of cards, or a page read aloud keeps it limber. Little workouts, big rewards, your brain's ready for more than you think. But what happens when memory still slips? That's where Stoicism steps in to steady the ship. Let's wrap this up with some timeless wisdom next. Forget a name mid-conversation, lose track of a story. It happens to all of us after 60, and it can feel frustrating. But what if the real strength isn't in never forgetting, but in how you handle it? That's where Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, becomes your secret weapon. Let's see how it turns memory slips into moments of peace. The Stoics, thinkers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, knew life throws curveballs. Aging's one of them. Your memory might not be as quick as it was at 30, and that's okay. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The trick? Focus on what you can control, your reaction, your habits, your attitude. Take Carlos, a 70-year-old from Lisbon. He used to get upset when he blanked on a neighbor's name. Then he tried a Stoic shift. Instead of stewing, he'd smile, say, "It'll come back," and move on. Funny thing? It often did. Studies from the American Psychological Association show that lowering stress, like Carlos did, helps your brain relax and retrieve memories better. Less pressure, more recall. Here's a practical move. Next time your mind blanks, don't fight it. Pause, take a slow breath and let it go. Tell yourself, I don't need to force this now. It's not giving up. It's giving your brain room to work. Pair that with a habit from earlier chapters, maybe jotting names on a notepad, and you're building a system, not a struggle. Seneca had a gem for this too. What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. Translation: don't sweat the small stuff. Memory lapses are just part of the ride. Reflect for a second. What's one moment you beat yourself up over forgetting? Could you let it slide next time and feel lighter? This isn't about perfection. It's about peace. Stoicism teaches us to accept what's natural and lean into what we can shape, like eating well, staying active, and keeping curious. That's your iron memory at work. Memory slips don't define you. Your response does. With Stoic calm, you turn frustration into focus, keeping your mind sharp by letting go of what you can't change. It's strength through serenity. So, that's the full picture. Let's tie it all together and get you started on this journey. All right, friends, we've covered a lot. How memory shifts with time, the foods that fuel it, the games that flex it, and the Stoic wisdom that steadies it. An iron memory after 60 isn't about never forgetting. It's about thriving with what you've got. Start small. Try one tip from today. A handful of nuts, a quick puzzle, a deep breath when you stumble. What's your first move going to be? Drop it in the comments. Share this with someone who'd love it. Or hit that like button if it sparked something for you. Let's keep the conversation going. See you next time on Stoic Health.